Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to part 10 of my sub setup series. In this series I take your setups that you send to me and showcase them here on the channel. So as always, I take absolutely no credit for what you're seeing in the video today, and as you saw on the intro, this one has actually been sent down by Ghostmonster. He's been one of the most active members over on the Discord server, and he's also featured in both community driftage videos that I've had here on the channel. So firstly, a huge thank you to you, Ghostmonster, for sending this one over to me. Also, if any of you guys out there like the livery that's on display here, it is one that he's designed himself. So if you search for him on the Discovery tab within GT Sport, you should be able to find him pretty easily, and you'll be able to find all the other things that he's created on there as well. If you have a build that you would like to feature here on the channel, then please feel free to get in touch. The easiest way to do this, and the way that everyone else has done it so far, is just to get me on the PlayStation messaging app. My PSN ID is Fish Frenzy, and you should be able to find me pretty easily. I have still got another 3 builds to work my way through, which is going to take a little while, so don't expect them to be done straight away. But I figured if you guys want to start sending them over again, I can start working out a list and when I'm going to be able to release them. But getting back to this build, now this is a very interesting one, because this is the first time since I've started doing this that I have a car that has already been done within the leaderboard. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this one pans out on the Dragon Trail Drift Trial. Now, as I'm sure most of you are aware, the M4 is a fantastic drift car within GT Sport. It's super consistent, but above all else, really easy to get on with. But with that, there is loads of different ways that you can set these cars up, and if you go back and look at GM Speed's build versus Ghostmonster's one today, they are very different from one another, yet they both work really well. What really impressed me with this particular build though was the fact that I could put it straight onto the car and within one lap be absolutely nailing every corner. I just found it so easy to get along with, and it just really suits my style of drifting. I had no intention of staying on the game for too long because I had loads of bits to do, but I ended up enjoying this so much that I lost 3 hours to the game there and then, just playing around with this build, taking it online and recording footage for this video. So if you already have the M4 in your garage, I suggest you load up this tune and just have a play around with it. I think you're really going to enjoy it. But the main reason a lot of you guys come to these videos is to see how they do against one another on the Dragon Trail Drift Trial. So we are going to go straight over to that. But if you haven't seen one of these videos before, the idea behind this is that I record the video, so I'm used to each person's car individually. Then what I do is I load up the Dragon Trail Drift Trial, and I've got 5 minutes to do as many attempts as possible. Whatever the highest score is that I achieve within that 5 minutes, that's the one we record and put straight onto the leaderboard. Now obviously this is no accurate way of measuring these cars against one another, but it is a little bit of fun. I mean, the biggest issue here is definitely my skill level, and I'm sure if you spent more than 5 minutes with these cars, you could spend hours getting better and better scores. But by imposing that 5-minute limit, we know that we're getting a rough idea of how I'm getting on with them, and I guess the biggest thing it shows is that certain cars I find easier to drift than others. But let's go straight over to it now, and I'll show you exactly how well Ghostmonster's car did within that time limit. And there we go across the line, and I can't really believe it, but it's 11,060. We've finally hit that landmark, and it's thanks to you and your build, Ghostmonster, so a huge congratulations to you. What a fantastic build. And if we go and take a look at the leaderboard, you can see that that puts you firmly in first place. What a result, and once again, congratulations. But looking down this board, what's really impressive is all of the builds that you guys have sent in so far have been getting some really respectable scores. And as we get more scores on here, it's only going to get tighter and tighter at the top. So it's going to be really interesting to see if anyone can knock that mighty M4 off the top spot. If you fancy giving Ghostmonster's setup a go, this is what he sent over to me. So he's taken the power level there up to level 2 and all the way to the top to 125%, and that's going to leave you 493 brake horsepower. Weight reduction wise, he's got it on level 3 there and all the way down as low as possible at 69%. Traction control for this build is set to 0. Comfort hard tyres, both front and rear. The brake balance is set to -1. Ride height on this is all the way down to the bottom there at 60 on the front and 70 on the rear. The natural frequency is 2.4 and 2.4. Anti-roll bar on the front is set to 4 and on the rear is set to 7. The compression and rebound stay the same at 55, 55 and 85 and 85. Camber angle on the front is set to 1.5 and on the rear is 0.5. Toe angle on the front is set out 0.2 and in 0.3 on the rear. Downforce is as low as you can go, so 150 on the front there and 450 on the back. The differential is fully customised and it's set to 10, 40 and 30. And the transmission again is fully customised there. Max speed is set to 168. And I'll leave this bit on the screen here, so if you need to copy any of these numbers over, you can. Make sure to use that comment section down below to congratulate Ghostmonster on his win and also let him know what you think of the build and whether you're going to be trying it out. I personally just want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you for coming by the channel today and making it all the way to the end of this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe. There's content like this coming out all the time. And also use that like button because it really helps these videos grow when you do. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you all on the next one.